Yo, people from what we're telling them, it's your boy Man Like Jazz back again with another reaction. Right now we got Fire in the Booth, Akala, part 4. Once again, Carp Crusader said to jump to part 4. So here I am at part 4, you know what I mean? I'm still filling the gaps and that. But what you man ask, no. What you man ask for, you may receive. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, let's get into it. Akala, yeah. When was this even out? 2016. That's 4 years ago.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Yeah, perfect.
You ready, cuz? Always, bro. Always, always. You know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yo, listen. 10-year anniversary.
For what? Just as being in the scene or what?
Uncle Akala, the flow father.
Ooh, wait a minute. This is the beat is chosen. Mad. Alright. Let me lock in. Obviously, I wouldn't think Akala would use the beat like this, fam, but here's what it is.
Turn up.
Uncle Akala, the flow father. You already know that I'm smarter than half of the darker the shit get harder. I spit yet fools when I act like they can't get a quick death. How many careers have been ended in a time that I've only ascended? Just telling things how they are now. Why would the truth be offensive? I was independent when everybody signed.
I'm saying because people can't handle the truth. People can handle the truth.
Still independent, respect my grind, own my own masters, know what that mean? Understand back catalogue, are you green? Scene means that my kids have a pension. I ain't got kids, just thought I would mention. See my intention, mangala mention, murder
Yeah,
is
that blood. Planning for the future, fam.
and strangle a sentence, stand to attention. All of your henchmen still couldn't bench him, cause he's too heavyweight brethren. Like old school jungle selection, come through humble a veteran. 10 years since the first album, 10 years no daytime radio. 10 years still touring, natural supporters, we all know why they don't play me though. I'm that rapper.
We all know why we don't play him, blood. Because what he spits is too real, blood. What he spits is too real, blood. He will awaken some people, blood, you know what I mean, that need to be awakened. And people don't want that. No, not people, certain people, you know what I mean, that they don't want that, you know, they don't want that. But it's going to be a problem, you get me, blood. It's going to be a problem, blood.
Time radio,
it's what it is, though.
Still touring, natural supporters, we all know why they don't play me though. I'm that rapper, rap about matters that actually matter. Challenging power, war, every single tour is 10% more now. Why do you think that happens? Content matters, albums matter, songs they matter, lyrics they matter, integrity matters, flows it matter. It's worth the skip, but we deal with the matter, no industry hype. Just write what I like, it's a Steve B code with a mic. This I am Mike, wouldn't like, cause the fight is a roll of the dice like rolling on knives. Organs openly sliced, cold, I told you.
See, what I like about this one though is because if they're a younger generation, they can relate to the beat and they'll be like, yeah, I like this. Whereas if he, you know what I mean, because people like Akala sometimes they use certain beats where the younger generation won't tune in, but he uses a beat like this, he can kind of start building a bridge to where they're like, okay, he's using this kind of beat, maybe I can listen to him a bit more, you know what I mean? Because people, you know what I mean, my age, younger, all of that, need to be hearing things like this, you get me? And don't ask me why I'm wearing a coat inside. I just thought, you know what I mean, just wear it, fam. Is what it is, blood.
Do the price, cold in the ice, nah, cold in the life. Living in a war zone, hold my advice. Take shortcuts, get cut short. Long road, hard road, but more sure. World tour, I'm doing it. Openly sliced, cold, I told you the price. Cold in the ice, nah, cold in the life. Living in a war zone, hold my advice. Take shortcuts, get cut short. Long road, hard road, but more sure. World tour, I'm doing it at the end of the year. Should make all this clear. Some only get visibility. Some silly fool called me a failure. I smiled to myself. These times I was on the plane to Australia. Sold out shows on the other side of the globe, but fools only know what's in front of their nose. So they stunt. Pose but they can't sell shows because their music is poo and they got no flow. I know. You might be astonished. Dog shit cannot be polished. No matter how you push it on the public, son. You cannot make them love it, son. You know I.
It don't matter what you do, they ain't gonna appreciate you like they appreciate me, big dog.
Many rappers could pack out a venue in Addis Ababa. Guess what? It was the only one Bob Marley ever did play in Africa. You write raps, I write history on the page, and quite literally an elder statesman to my own generation, an inspiration, cause the flows that I came with.
You write raps, I write history, blood. Because there's content in what it's saying. So it's called timeless music. Timeless music. That's why you hear people saying, oh, react to Akala, react to Mike Righteous, react to Logic, but react to this guy, that guy, because they have content in what they're saying, and it's not just flows and bars, you get me, and punchlines, fam. There's content to what they're saying, so it will last longer. When there's content, you get longevity, blood, you know what I mean? He was saying this.
It's a solo played by Miles Davis, who don't know he's the greatest. So if Charlie tells anybody else their fire in the booth is the best there's been, is he high? Does he lie? Nah, he knows that I'm in my own league. I'm judged totally separate. If we're actually going on the evidence, you wanna be a foe, do you know what the level is? You wanna be a pro, can you roll with the cleverest? Genius, I know it. Kinda like a roadside tug, get a poet. Kinda like a warrior, kinda like a scholar, but I could be an arse, so don't make me show it. I know a certain kind of supporters don't like when I get this bossy. You think that I care? All that show, you don't really know me. See, I'm an arrogant fuck on the mic. I am not humble, I'm only nice in real life. Who wants an MC that does not think that a shit? That defeats the whole point.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Not humble, I'm only nice in real life. Who wants an MC that does not think that a shit? That defeats the whole point. Combat sport, this rap stuff. That's why man gets slapped when they act up. They cannot catch us, they will get backed up. You can feel the energy coming through the chakras. No aggression, the hood's not listening. Cause aggression is what they're living in. So I keep spitting it. Every day I'm spinning them. Call me a card. Get slapped when they act up. They cannot catch us, they will get backed up. You can feel the energy coming through the chakras. No aggression, the hood's not listening. Cause aggression is what they're living in. So I keep spitting it. Every day I'm spinning them. Call me a Akala. There is no synonym. Nobody's similar. Not the same. I rap about life, they rap about chains. Yeah, we all get dough and we all drive mercs. All do festivals, all get work. We don't all lecture at Oxford with a hoodie on, cause I got no response for their nonsense. Don't all do education in war zones. Man, I shook to go Peckham. Despite all the big talk, they were not walking after the places I step over. So I keep spitting it. Nobody's similar. Not the same. I rap about life, they rap about chains. Yeah, we all get dough and we all drive mercs. All do festivals, all get work. We don't all lecture at Oxford with a hoodie on, cause I got no response for their nonsense. Don't all do education in war zones. Man, I shook to go Peckham. Despite all the big talk, they were not walking after the places I step in. Catch me in anyone's hood on my own. Kids act like they're in a ghost. I'm like little bro. I'm 32 years old. You think I care about a postcode? I'm not invincible. I keep removed from the physical, but if I get murked, probably be political. Cause the things that come out of my mouth is a madness. I am a rebellion.
See what I'm saying? This guy's in a different league, blood. If I get murked, it's probably because it's political. Different kind of sauce, blood. You know what I mean, blood? Nah. Give a F about a postcode, fam.
I'm 32 years old, you think I care about a postcode? I'm not invincible, I can get removed from the physical, but if I get murked, probably be political. Cause the things that come out of my mouth is a madness. I am a rebellious bastard with no respect for authority. So I don't suggest that you follow me. It's true, this could all end horribly, but I still be the anomaly and entrepreneur. I don't say it cause it sounds cool, it's actually true. Ain't got a diamond chain, I admit it, but I do got an office with employees in it. Do take youngsters all around the globe, get them paid for the brain and the lyrics, while media wanna still paint us like we are just nothing but crooks. Along comes one so cool, it can make it cool to rap about books. And you can think that's sneaky and stupid, but all that show that you're clueless. Cause the global revenue for books every year is like 10 times more than music. Now I've sold how many books and self-published, how does that look? For those that only respect checks, swear the accountant ain't cooking the books, son. And I don't even think that capitalism should.
I'm gonna lie, I actually do need to start reading more, fam. Like I was reading Muhammad Ali's autobiography and I still haven't finished it, fam. I just start reading more, not gonna lie.
10 times more than music. Now I've sold how many books and self-published, how does that look? For those that only respect checks, swear the accountant ain't cooking the books, son. And I don't even think that capitalism should decide how you rate a rap on a rhythm. That is the age we're living in, isn't it? It's all about materialism, more important than any paper debt. Do you check for the youth them? Let's see. Any one of them little tugs right there, he could have been me. He could have been me. He could have been me. 15 hours in chimes and trends, Coliseum way back.
That's the second beat switch. And the best beat switches is when people continue rapping and just fall into pocket without having to stop and then going back in, blood. You know what I mean, blood? Always the hardest.
Back then, surrounded by big men and the clap of a skeng. You know what's being smoked in green, but everybody pretends. These time I kick ball for the hammers. Weed in the girls, put a spanner in the matters. Fact of the matter is, lost my discipline. Late night brethren's whip with a stick in it. He took it from under his dad's mattress. I never grew up with dad. Who's better off? Complicated, I'm undercompensating. Everybody talks road, I let them fake it. My olders was organised crime. They lick banks, so I ain't gas when you say you bag grams. Bad man.
Marty.
And what's that? Madman, stop that. They manufacture gas, we just pop that. They import, export, we just shot that. Hustle ain't saying I'm not that. I'm just saying we should see it's deliberate. And by now we should all be sick of it. I'm working on ways to get rid of it. Mass incarceration ridiculous. So I go chill and I chat to the man them. Fire in the booth, part one, what I rap them. Explaining the system and how all trap then. Action more than rap then. All my fire in the booths. They have been studied as texts by countless PhDs round the globe. My youth now have some respect. And they still bang on the block from Brixton to Brooklyn, Palestine to West Papua.
You see, there's a different type of flexing, and then there's Akala's flexing, blood. This guy's just basically saying, what you man are on is some meaty thing, and what I am on is just heightened by gajillion times, fam. Like, nah,
Man,
blood.
them fire in the booth, part one, what I rap them. Explaining the system and how all trap then action more than rap then. All my fire in the booths, they have been studied as texts by countless PhDs round the globe. My youth now have some respect, and they still bang on the block from Brixton to Brooklyn, Palestine to West Papua. But despite all the personal comfort, I still feel sick when I think of the massacres. The world is fucked. There's enough to go round, but will you rule back? There goes preaching again. Akala, stick to the script, just stun. Tell him about your whip, brand new something and sit. How many girls wanna? Well, cuz, come on, let's be honest. I was not ugly before this shit. So you can imagine, but the brain power you cannot fathom. I mean it truly from the bottom of my heart, though. Please jump on the bandwagon, I've made it. Cool to be conscious again, say thanks, cause I know that you got.
So he's just gonna keep doing this throughout. So he's just gonna keep. I see why I was asked to skip to part 4. I see. So he's just gonna keep doing this, yeah. Just alright. 5 minutes in, blood, and it's been what 3 or 4. I don't even know, blood. That's how many there's been. There's been either 3 or 4, blood. I think it's been 3, fam. It's mad.
There goes preaching again. Akala, stick to the script, just stun. Tell him about your whip, brand new something and sit. How many girls wanna? Well, cuz, come on, let's be honest. I was not ugly before this shit. So you can imagine, but the brain power you cannot fathom. I mean it truly from the bottom of my heart, though. Please jump on the bandwagon, I've made it. Cool to be conscious again, say thanks, cause I know that you got more sense. I know that you know yourself when you were sat down with your grind and your friends. That's our culture, respect. Truly from the bottom of my heart, though. Please jump on the bandwagon, I've made it. Cool to be conscious again, say thanks, cause I know that you got more sense. I know that you know yourself when you were sat down with your grind and your friends. That's our culture, respect for the elders. If it's not coke, let me call you a coke kid, no biggie. When I rant with Akala, so silly. I'm like my grand's name, so Millie. 10 years first album, 10 years no daytime play. But in October we're selling out cocoa. Come along, learn about a show on the stage. No hype man, no cup in the mic. Musicians and visuals all mixed right. And like 40 songs squeezed into an hour and a half. His supporters actually consistency matters, the rest is just package. Imagine these rappers is tragic. Sitting at home, having to watch me. They're like, I swear it's black magic. Yeah, black magic. Griot, tradition of the rappers, I study my craft, you man them are slackers. Bow in the presence of greatness, so you're only trained to rate fakeness. Love that I get is so overwhelming, I don't even see no haters. Yeah, few man I got more status, which one has more respect? That's what I thought were haters. Yeah, few man I got more status, which one has more respect? That's what I thought. Akala's the one that they still can't get. Cause I'm like Dennis Brown meets DMX. I'm like Shabba and Brocky and Deck. Running down old school Stratford Rex.
Okay, this is what I want to see. Now we're getting the aggressive Akala. Okay, this is what I haven't seen before. I've seen the nice calm mellow, you know what I mean, flow on a beat, going into different pockets, but let me see the aggressive Akala, blood. Alright.
Dennis Brown meets DMX. I'm like Shabba and Brocky and Deck. Running down old school Stratford Rex. I feel sorry for whoever comes next. That's like running off the Usain Bolt. That's like singing after John Holt. That's like trying to floss on the Pope. He's so beyond money, he tries to act broke.
One more time. No, one more time.
Haters, yeah, few man I got more status. Which one has more respect? That's what I thought. Akala's the one that they still can't get. Cause I'm like Dennis Brown meets DMX. I'm like Shabba and Brocky and Deck. Running down old school Stratford Rex. I feel sorry for whoever comes next. That's like running off the Usain Bolt. That's like singing after John Holt. That's like trying to floss on the Pope. He's so beyond money, he tries to act broke. I'm like every book written at once. So I got the youth's head fucked like skunk. Little bit of reggae mixed with a bit of punk. And a discipline of a Buddhist monk. Like how it feels when you come, she comes at the same time. Now you are one. Oof, you will swear there's a God when you're done. Even if you know you don't believe in one. Son, all of my children have left the building. Charlie can't have them back cause I've killed them. If I don't feel them, they ain't real, them fate is sealed then. Just don't deliberate over the ill estate soldier, the middleweight roller, didn't we take over, the middleweight roller, the ill estate soldier, deliberate over. Lines that wait, don't believe in one, son, all of my children have left the building. Charlie can't have them back cause I've killed them. If I don't feel them, they ain't real, them fate is sealed then. Just don't deliberate over the ill estate soldier, the middleweight roller, didn't we take over, the middleweight roller, the ill estate soldier, deliberate over. Lines that I rhyme with a force, so hard to separate your mind from your thoughts. Know that I am inclined to divorce your little big mouth from the height of your horse. See, it's a sign of the times that we walk. Those that talk sense get our line in chalk. Those that talk shit get a line of support. Right round the block for the minds that they bought. For the dominant philosophy, the legal armed robbery, the global monopoly, this fucking up.
The what philosophy?
See, it's a sign of the times that we walk. Those that talk sense get our line in chalk.
This guy's spitting right now, fam. This guy's spitting, fam. This guy's worldwide, fam, not just UK, fam.
Those that talk shit get a line of support. Right round the block for the minds that they bought. For the dominant philosophy, the legal armed robbery, the global monopoly, this fucking up the only planet that we got. If I had my way, I'll tell the truth, I'll let them rock. But unfortunately, it's not. Fuck off. This is so easy. I love this shit, but I'm almost bored. I could write one of these every month, but to give them a chance, I've only wrote 4 core. Man, are not training. They're not ready for the levels of Shaolin. That's almost an hour of bars, my dog. None of which is on my albums. And I got 6. And I write books and plays and scripts. Still find time to go teach in the bits. Who told you that he's not the shit? Well, a bloody liar he is. Oh, what this? This little idiot try chat to me and you know me can't feel it. Boy, try small me, your eye them tall. Too damn big for your belly.
The elements to this guy is mad.
Teaching the bits. Who told you that he's not the shit? Well, a bloody liar he is. Oh, what this? This little idiot try chat to me and you know me can't feel it. Boy, try small me, your eye them tall. Too damn big for your belly. Not on your Nelly, not on your life. Could you find one to touch him on the mic? Yeah, right. Imagine.
You hear the beat? You hear the beat? Yeah.
A famous rapper from the States, barring for 10 minutes straight. With the bloody cheek to do it double time every time. How much piss does he take? Knows that he's great, knows that you're fake, knows that he won't have a bath on your mate, knows that you're late. Look at the anticipate every word that I say when I speak. Cause it's the knowledge of Timbuktu, mixed with the slang of a London Jew. And then in the heart and the soul of the blues, my youth. Now how can I not go true?
Hey, don't ruin this. Hey, yo, Charlie, fix your mic, fam. Fix your mic, blood. Don't ruin this, fam.
Slang of a London Jew, and it in a heart and the soul of the blues, my youth. Now how can I not go true? Half of a cracker plus half of a coon, half of a kelp plus half of a maroon. If I'm feeling anything that's close to half heart, ain't your heart.
Charlie, fix your mic, fam. I don't know. This isn't me, right? This is Charlie, fam. Charlie, fix your mic, bro. Come on now, bro. You have a great like Akala coming through and you can't even, you know what I mean, blood? Tell your technicians to handle that, fam. Surely you man can handle that, like, you know what I mean, in the background and that, blood, while man's still spitting. Because if you man have to stop this, or if this goes on for the rest of the thing, I'm disliking the video. I'm gonna dislike my first ever video. Let's continue.
Half of my tune contains more content than every single thing you'd ever do. Guessing is easy, but only a few could spit content and still slew. I'm sure you noticed this true. One of them is not you. You what? You wanna have a Barney with the magic mount, the machine gun armies, with the only one that is channeling Marley. You
man,
watch
you're in this
while I'm
beat though. Nah. This is brazy, bro. There seems to be a theme though, blood, that when it comes to like firing the boosts like these with Akala microactress, no one ever chats about them. You know what I mean? And no one ever chats about how the top 10 or top that, blood. You just hear Kano and Wretch and that, fam. You know what I mean? Which they do touch on this. They did touch on this kind of stuff, but not this deeply. You get me? And that's why it's not considered top 10, top this, top that, because there's certain people that don't want people to recognize or not. That's why it ain't got as much views, blood. You know what I mean? Because that one was like a little light, you know what I mean? But this one's really going in depth a bit. Like, man, they were mentioning Timbuktu and all these things. I'm like, people that want people to wake up and hear them kind of things there, fam. You get me? It's all mad, fam. It's all mad.
and still slew. I'm sure you noticed this true. One of them is not you. You what? You wanna have a Barney with the magic mount, the machine gun armies, with the only one that is channeling Marley. You watch rappers while I'm studying Garvey. Left that. We can all see
what I'm saying, blood. Man's mentioning Marcus Garvey and ting, fam. No one's doing that in the fire in the booth, blood. That's why no one wants people to know about these things. Certain people don't want people to know about these kind of things right here, fam. You get me? Most people don't even know that we have people like that. My generation don't really know about Akalas and people like that, and they don't care to know. It's a mad thing. It's a mad thing.
The one that is channeling Marley. You watch rappers while I'm studying Garvey. Left that. We can all see who's the best. That you came for Connect 4, I came for a chess match. Not the same league, even the same sport.
You came for Connect 4, I came for a chess match. That's what I'm saying, but you're in two different leagues, blood. You get me? Two different leagues.
We can all see who's the best. That you came for Connect 4, I came for a chess match. Not the same league, even the same sport. Literally hundreds of stamps in the passport. Not the same league, even the same sport. Literally hundreds of stamps in the passport. And I ain't this black women to make my living. So who's more successful than him? Yeah, I got love in my heart, but it's not all peace and love. Nah, are you kidding? Yes, there were things worth killing and dying for. Ends ain't one of them though. What are you lying for? Now if I'm around to the house.
I always say, blood, I don't condone that kind of lifestyle. I'm just there for the music. Which might be a little contradiction thing, but hey, it is what it is, man. I enjoy the music, but listen to that again, bro. Listen to that again, bro.
Yeah, I got love in my heart, but it's not all peace and love. Nah, are you kidding? Yes, there were things worth killing and dying for. Ends ain't one of them, though. What are you lying for? Now, if I'm around.
more
are you
time,
kidding?
man.
Yes, there were things worth killing and dying for. Ends ain't one of them though. What
Well,
you lying
I'm
for?
for-
Now if a man runs in your house, Tom's your mum in the side of a mouth. Who in the right mind wouldn't understand when you ended up taking them out? Yes, love is not soft or sorry. Love is so tough it can make your mum catch your body. Love's the only thing worth killing and dying for. That's what I've learned in my time on this earth. Think that I'm wrong? Go to a lifer's wing. Look the man them in the eyes. Done that many times. Got one too many rhymes. The London in my lines. A dungeon for these guys. Crush them to define 100 at a time. Must have defined the cusp of what is rhyme. Clutching and I climb up the level line. Was always at the top, but now they recognize. Trust you recline when I go double time. The flow is so ridiculous. I do prophesied. Guys are ill advised to dive into a fight with I, the wicked eye. You will never get a blind.
No. Hey, imagine if he went for the whole 18 though. That would have been mad. That would have been mad if he went for the whole thing from and didn't stop.
Man, Akala in the building! Oh my god! Hey fam, I want to wheel up like 30 times! You are disgusting, fam! You should be locked up, fam! You should be locked away! Crimes against the pen, man!
We try.
You are
And we ain't even done yet,
disgusting,
but yeah,
bro!
we try.
You are an animal!
We try, bro.
Every time you come, you blow me away, fam.
I thought
You used to pass yourself every time. You know what? Sometimes people come back and the final booth wasn't as good as the first.
You gotta keep raising the levels. innit?
Every final booth you've done has been better, bro.
No, thank you. We're trying.
I don't even know where to put that.
Yeah, it's also the beat switch thing, fam. This guy just said, yo, just bang for a legend. No, it was about, bruv, it was about 6, 7, fam. 8 even, blood. They should just bang just 8 legendary beats together and let me just go ham.
Like, where do you put something like that? Like, you got scales, you got levels. Fam, that's somewhere else. You got,
Consistency, bro.
it's over there.
We got to respect the
It's
craft.
not even in the atmosphere, man.
It's a different league. We're trying it. Evidence is evidence. I think there's only been a few platforms that's put us all in the same space as MCs and allowed us to be judged.
Wow.
On our craft and not hype and marketing and what the record label's spending and all that. That's all good. There's nothing wrong with all of that. But comes down to this at the end of the day, innit? Lyrics, flows, rhymes.
That was disgusting, bro.
We try. You know what? I brought something though.
What?
Because I thought, you know what? Even though I knew usually I would end it there, but
Bro, I saw a bad disrespectful comment saying giving Charlie Sloth a book is like giving stuff and walking a bike. Like, why are you disrespecting like that, fam?
it's 10-year anniversary.
I had like 2,000 likes as well, blood.
10
Disrespectful,
years
man.
since the first album, we got all this activity going on. How can we do something on this platform of all platforms to take it to a new space? So I bought you a present, bruv. You might have heard me mention it a few times in the rap.
Yeah.
I wrote a graphic novel / illustrated poem collaboration with an artist called Tokyo Ayama and Troy Edwards.
And that's for me, yeah?
That's for you, brother.
Did you
That's for
sign it for me?
You know what? I didn't, but I will do when we come off air.
I love that.
I brought a copy for you. Because I just wanted to give you a copy.
Love that, bro.
It's been very good. But also because this next piece I want to share is from that story. So I've written a story. It's a long-form rap that we've then illustrated and turned into a graphic novel about the rise and fall of human empires. And this particular piece is from a space in the story where the main character we call the knowledge seeker is being born and reborn in sites of conflict all throughout history. So I thought, let's give them a bit seeker is being born and reborn in sites of conflict all throughout history. So I thought, let's give them a
deep,
a
right
bit
there.
conceptual, a bit different and out the box as well. I'm working with a composer at the moment to turn that into, for want of a better word, a spoken word opera. Shout out to Paul Gladstone Reed. So this is a piece that I wanted to share on this platform of all platforms, just to get us thinking about what the art of
That's what I'm
rhyming
saying,
is.
but this guy's different, man. This guy's different,
feel?
blood.
I'm ready, bro.
You're an animal, man.
That's what I'm saying, blood. This guy's number one. Forget Stormzy in that. This guy's number one in the UK, blood. Come on now. Respect to Stormzy, though. Keep doing your thinking.
And it seems I was there. Where? Everywhere.
This is definitely a story, fam. Listen to the beat,
Where?
blood.
Everywhere. Every battle ever fought, every stab, every shot. Through the ages of humans, this killing machine. I could feel everything though. It wasn't a dream. I was every soldier that I'd ever fought, with a shield and a sword. All the blood ever drawn. From a dagger or a bayonet, an axe that will slay your neck, or automatic gats that clap, only spraying death. I was in a tank that exploded in Iraq, in a drive-by gang war spraying out cars. I was in Nam.
I get it, I get it.
Napalm. But it burned my skin I was also Viet Minh. I was an Italian massacring Ethiopians, but the bullets only pierced my flesh because I was both of them. I could feel every single wound of the flesh, but also the pleasure of causing the death. I was a soldier of the caliphate on a crusade, a killer using Christ and exactly.
Show me Charlie's face right now. That's what I want to see, is what Charlie's reaction is to this right now, blood. What the hell is that? Oh, my bad. Yeah, I want to see Charlie's reaction to this, fam.
Single wound of the flesh, but also the pleasure of causing the death. I was a soldier of the caliphate on a crusade, a killer using Christ in exactly the same way. I was every woman ever killed in a witch hunt, or every little girl forced to grow with a split soul. Cause men like to snip clits or zip bits closed, so their rape feels nice before they take my life. I was fighting for liberation, a woman and a general, bringing death to cowards that sold my genitals. One moment, I killed to be freed. The next, I was a monarch that killed for my greed. Tutmosis III, Alexander the Fake, Caesar, Napoleon, Francis Drake. The arms of the state, with armies that are great, but I was also the resistance that's hardly ever praised. I was every indigenous person of America that died trying to protect their homes from a predator. Then a robe-clad Roman senator, and every noble that showed you the ways of the treacherous. I was in the Belgian Congo hacking off limbs. In Rwanda, a cancer doing the same thing. I was a Japanese general occupying the Philippines. A Filipino child too young to know what it means. I was at Sharpeville, I was just 2. My mother.
Don't disturb me while I'm doing my videos, bro. Anyway, let's get back to it, blood. This is mad though, fam. This is like, as Abracadabra said, the art of war. This is literally it. This is literally it.
I was a Japanese general occupying the Philippines. A Filipino child too young to know what it means. I was at Sharpeville, I was just 2. My mother with a bullet in her head, and I just 2. My mother with a bullet in her head, and I knew. Barely out of a womb, I played with a wound. I knew life was a cycle, she'll be back soon. I was a soldier of Ashanti resisting the British, but at the same time still selling humans to the Dutch. If you're honest with yourself and you look back through human history, you'd see that we're totally fucked. Cause I was that little girl in that church in Alabama. Then the Grand Wizard, then Margaret Sanger. Then I was Paul Warfield, Tibbets, Jr. Feeling just fine in a B-29. I did my job. 100,000 dead.
Nah, this guy's number 1 in the UK. I'm not hearing it, blood. The levels to this guy is different. As I said, the elements are mad, blood. No one could ever, blood, to this level what this guy is doing, bruv. In and out of music. Like, this isn't just for, like, you know, the man that just spread righteous-ish and then just go and just be a D-head in life. Like, this ain't this guy. Like, he's doing his part, blood, immensely. I can't, bruv, there's too many layers to this guy. Like, in art, bruv, in terms of an artist, there's too many elements to this guy. And it's not just with the music as well. Let us hear it, man. Don't you man always say it's the views of the artist and that, blood. Let us hear it, man.
I went home to relax. Then I was every child ever born with deformed limbs. Cause there were just pawns on the board to inform kings. I saw sharks following ships, intrigued by the trail that comes overboard. I saw sharks following the ship I was on. I knew then that it couldn't be long. We had tried to get free, but as if that were wrong, we were thrown overboard from the deck of the Zone. So many bodies that the sharks couldn't finish the flesh. It took the waves to administer.
That's deeper right there.
So many bodies that the sharks couldn't finish the flesh. It took the waves to administer death. And I joined the rest at the bottom of the sea. The uncounted millions that dreamed to be free. The next minute I was back on a ship. This time as a soldier of the French. Right off the coast of Haiti, we made a gas chamber for African rebels. I couldn't deal with the stench. Then my head was chopped off by one of Dessaline's henchmen. gave the order for killing all friends.
Obviously, this is actual real things that happened in history, and obviously, I'm not gonna not all of them, but I'd say about 40% of the things that he's mentioning. Obviously, I've learned of, my parents or family members have talked about it, or just had a conversation about it, or I've read in books or whatever. But this is mad right now, blood. Like this short little section, I'll probably like cut it and save it, blood, download it on my phone. But this is mad. I need to watch some other reactors, like see what they think about this, cause nah, blood, this guy is different, fam. Different. There's just, this guy's like an onion, bro. There's layers to him, blood. Like ultimate layers, and it's not just with the music thing, blood. Just artistry in many forms.
Frenchmen.
And not because what I'm saying is not many artists in the UK, or just not even in the UK, worldwide, couldn't come on a mic and deliver this right here. Like this is different, blood. And it's not just for the cameras, blood. This is man's lifestyle. You get me? This is what man does.
These pyramids. Can you see? Designed by man's mind, but built by his greed. The strangest pyramids I ever did see. It's not built by stones, but the bones of families.
Wow. Wow.
I just gotta chill, blood.
I need everyone in the studio to make some noise for Akala. You are something from real. I don't know what it is about 2016, but it just feels...
It feels like a hot... Yeah, I can't even lie. I watched some of the other Fire in the Boost they've been lately, and I've been like, whew. Whew. I'll just say it and be honest. Wretches in particular. I love Nasties before that. There's a few that I've loved, but actually, there's a few of the years, there's been a few that I've been like, whew. And then Wretches came out this year, I was like... And I told him, I was like, oh...
Bro.
Ooh, that's a level, so...
You know what?
Let's keep pushing the boundary, and hopefully everyone who comes on here
I think you just done that again. I think the boundary's
elevating
just
the
been
hard
pushed.
rhyming, you know?
Like, that was something else, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
Trying.
I visualized every single last thing you said there.
Hope so.
That's what I'm saying, blood, because he took his time with it, blood. He took his time with it. And that's why it's good to choose that kind of beat. Because if it was like he just chose any kind of grime beat or UK beat or whatever beat, it wouldn't have been the same. But because he chose the kind of beat to kind of take you on like a little journey and that, and the way he delivered it, it just made you visualize everything, fam. You get me? Because most things, if he was just rapping fast or whatever, most things would just float over your head. But he took his time with it. That's what I'm saying. Artistry, storytelling, blood. And it's not like he just mentioned, like, it's not like he just said, oh, da-da-da, and then this, and then this, and then that, and then that. It all intertwined into each other. That's what I'm saying. Most artists are not going to be able to do that, blood, at that level. And that's why I'm saying this guy just might be #1 in the UK for me, not going to lie. Because, yeah, it's all well and good to rap, but there's layers to this guy, fam, in different forms. And it's not just with the music as well. This is man's life we're chatting about, blood. You get me?
The last thing that you said was visual, bro. Like, you know what? Sometimes I wish there were words to describe people like you, bro.
Trust me.
Like, and
Trust
that right
me.
there, for young bucks watching this, is why Akala's here 13 years later.
That's what I'm saying, fam.
True.
And that's what I'm saying. It's good that he chose the beats because it brings the younger people to come listen when he... Obviously, P's and Q's, that's a bit, you know what I mean, not my generation, an older generation, you get me. But there's certain beats in there that he chose that the younger generation were like, oh, mad thing, look at Akala. Because they're just like, Akala's that one guy that, you know what I mean, just chats wasp, but I ain't trying to hear that. But then they'll hear the beat, they might tune in a bit more. Not all of them, but it'll bring some of them to the table, you get me?
And he's still doing what he's doing. He's a successful businessman.
We're trying.
Ownership is key. Everything he has, he owns.
Right.
I salute you, bro. Nothing but
very
respect.
much,
You
sir.
are an animal.
Akala in the building! Ooh. I know, that was a mad one. That was a mad one. That was a mad one. Nah, that's entered in my top 10 as well. Not even gonna lie. That's entered in my top 10 as well. When I get through like a considerable amount of Fire in the Booths, you know what I mean? Because obviously I wasn't in England from 2006 to 2014. I lived in Gambia, innit? So there's a lot of Fire in the Booths that I don't know about. But eventually one day, maybe like a year, 2 years from now, I'll do a top 10 Fire in the Booth thing, fam. You get me? And the channel's grown a bit more. But the channel is going nicely though. Appreciate you people. Real talk, real talk. They're loving the interaction. Channel's growing and that. People are commenting. And yeah, man. It's all beautiful to see. But shout out Akala though. This is a mad one. This is definitely his best one for me. I haven't heard the other two, but he can't top that. He can't top that. Actually, he can't top that, can't he? Yeah, it's Akala blood. He probably could top that, not gonna lie. But that one was different right there, fam. There's too many elements to that one. There wasn't one beat. There was multiple beat switches. He never stopped. You know what I mean? He just fell into the pockets nicely. Then he... obviously the history thing, that's a standard with him. You get me? And then the end of that, fam. The end of that, blood. Let me even... I'm gonna put this in my family group chat, blood. Because nah, that one was different, fam. That one was different. But hey, hope you man enjoyed that one there. That's a timeless one right there. Timeless one. And that was your boy man like Jazz reacting to Akala's part 4 Fire in the Booth. I got some more reaction. Bro, listen, you see all of this, I'm gonna get through it today. All of it. This lighting's a bit dead, but if I have to go and get a light from downstairs or something, I'm gonna do it because I'm getting through all of this, but all of this is going, blood.
From what you heard, you know this a banger. Too many flavors, I'm a chimichanga. Wait for the sequel, cliffhanger. I got bangers on bangers on bangers. My punches hit hard like a hammer. I ain't an artist, I ain't a rapper. This just a hobby, spare time swagger. Walk in the room like I'm a gangster. All eyes on me. Shout out Pat, get lit in the front, get lit in the back. Nick, neck, patty wet. You thought I fell off? Psych, nah, you knew me for years, didn't know I had this. Leave it out, it must be magic. Bang this out, make it a classic.